see. All right, guys. We are back. Thank you guys so much for being here to the opening of the stream. That's definitely fun to see. We've got 3 viewers coming in. So,
what's up, guys?
How's it going? All right, so we're continuing our playthrough of Fire Red version.
I'm getting music going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's going to get some music going, and I'm going to reset that because I always do that wrong.
Also, I think that we are gonna rename our streaming series. I haven't talked to Isaac about this at all, but I'm just letting everybody know. I think that we're gonna rename it something along the lines of Pokemon podcast playthrough, because that's literally all that we do is just talk about random stories and things like that.
I don't know. I thought I had to put it in there, and I did, but I had it messed up. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on.
Why is yours so loud?
Sorry.
Okay, so while Isaac is getting orchestrated, a couple of quick things. First of all, we are so close to the end of this game.
Yeah,
we're so
this one went through
this game.
really quick.
It did. We kind of grinded through this game, so pretty excited about that. Also, if you're in the chat, feel free to say hi. Always keep in mind we're PG streamers, so anything that you say or chit chat with, make sure that it is PG friendly. So, but anyways, okay. So something that's really awkward is obviously, first of all, Isaac and I are married. For those of y'all who don't know, what's up? But yeah, so you need to go heal before you do literally anything.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on you to finish up so I can do the recap.
Oh, I'll hush. Go ahead.
Alright, so we've got Vinny that we caught in the last series, or the last stream if you guys saw. We actually have a Mew and a Mewtwo, and man, that was just an amazing stream.
Stream was fun.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of the mic difficulty if you guys were in that last one or whatnot.
Sorry, fams.
But yeah, we got that all situated today, so I don't have 2 mics going randomly in the background. Alright, now I'm going to buy repels while I'm out of here, because I am not going through that place freaking having all these dumb repels.
Pokemans.
Yeah. Alright.
No, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start.
Why do you have to yell?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry.
I am.
Alright, I'm also going to get an escape rope.
You know how you told me to be quiet so you could do a team recap that you didn't do?
Yeah, well, you told me to heal, so, okay. Let's buy a bunch of these. Let's buy 5 max repels, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
What is going on?
Just people saying live.
Oh.
Going live, that's all. Alright, let's do the team recap. So yeah, we've got Mew, which is Vinny. We always name it Vinny. Well, I mean, Vinny names it Vinny, so I'm going to name it Vinny. We have Vinny the Mew, Carrie the Meganium, Streamer, the Groudon, Kimmy, still going strong, Kimmy.
Woo!
The end of this series. And we've got Mia the Typhlosion, and Doug Williams is our Tyranitar. Now, what we've got going on now is we are trying to beat Blaine's gym, the 7th gym. So we're doing the Pokemon Mansion. And last time, all I could do in here was freaking get into encounters. I got the dumbest Pokemon in here. What did I get? Sunflora, I believe. Come here.
Jeez. Oh, my dog is so clingy. I don't know. But while Isaac is trying to figure out where to go, because he has a hard time doing 2 things at once. That's actually not true. He's really talented. But, okay, so what I was saying earlier is, in case you guys didn't know, Isaac and I are married, so we spend a lot of time together, obviously, because, we live in the same household.
I had a max repel out.
Then that means it's stronger than whoever's the first member of your team.
Oh, I have Mew out. That's why. Dang it.
Oh my gosh. Also, he interrupts me constantly. Anyways, so, oh my gosh. Please don't lose someone. Also, train while you're here because... Alright, anyways. So... There's a lot of things that I will want to tell him during the week, but I can't because we live together. Or I'll want to tell him during the week, but I want to hold off and talk about them on stream so I can get his actual like reaction first time. And so some of these stories that I'm going to tell you guys, I'm personally thought that they were hilarious, but I can guarantee you Isaac is not going to care. So there's that. But a couple of things. I got a new tattoo. I know it's super hard to see, but my band, I finally got it finished and I'm really excited about it. I went to Artifacts in Huntsville. If you guys need a good tattoo artist, Josh, you're my dude. You did an amazing job. I love it. But okay, on to my story. So first of all, this week was a really, really tough week. I actually lost my job this week. So really tough week with that. I lost my job and then ended up going for a job interview the same day, and I got another job. So been kind of crazy, but you know, we're making it out here. And in between going to the job interview and like going home, I had to go to physical therapy. So I went to physical therapy, got a whole bunch of hip stuff going on. We can talk about that later. And I ended up going to Target. And so I go into Target because, you know, I'm potentially getting this new job, right? And they have a very, very different what's it called? Dress code? Dress code. They have a very different dress code than how I've been dressing at my previous job. So I needed to go and pick up some like new pants and stuff like that. And you guys, when I was leaving Target, I have never in my life, never related to another human being so much in my entire life. So I'm walking out, and first and foremost, I love cars, and I'm a great driver. But one thing that I am really, really bad at doing is parking. I'm
absolutely
horrible at parking.
Do I go out of one of these? That's just how I exit, right?
They all go different places, so at some point you do need to go down one of them, I believe.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
So I'm really, really, really bad at parking. In fact, like at car shows and stuff that Isaac and I go to, I used to get out and make him park my car because I have this like instantaneous fear of parking. Don't know what it is. I'm a great driver. I could drive circles around most people. Can't park to save my life. And I'm leaving Target and I see this white car, just like, it was a Honda Civic too, which made me relate to it even more because I'm a Honda girl, right? It was a lowered white Honda Civic SI. That was like maybe a 2012. Y'all, bless this girl's heart. Like, I just watched this girl, like, literally go in and out of this parking spot no less than 4 times. And I finally walk up to the side of her car, and I kind of wave, you know, in the window so she doesn't think I'm a psychopath, which she probably still thought I was a psychopath. And I literally, like, wave. And I'm like, hey, you know, and she rolls down her window, and I can just tell this is either her first car or like her first car, and it's her first time out driving this car, if that makes sense. Like, she was just very nervous, and she was very young, and it was a manual car, so I'm sure that, you know, there's a lot of challenges with that. And she was parking in between. I'll give her this. She was backing into a parking spot, for starters. So, you know, good on her.
Yeah.
But it was a fully crowded parking lot. And there was a Denali, like GMC Tahoe, which is a pretty big vehicle for those who aren't like familiar with cars. And next to that was this dumb, like 2500 Chevy Silverado truck that had parked over. Now, here's where it gets. What are you doing? Please be careful.
I attacked on accident.
Here's where it gets questionable. Is the reason I laughed really hard is because, like, here's the parking lot, right? There's literally, like, car, where she could park, car, another parking spot. So, she didn't have to choose this parking spot, but she was determined determined to park in this parking spot. And this little girl, like, she could not get backed up. So anyways, I finally helped her park into the parking spot. And once she gets all settled in this spot, you guys, I can't make this up. Like, I think she was too embarrassed to say thank you. And so she just looks at me and goes, me, and like slowly rolls up her window and waits for me to drive away. Gets into the car, like got out of the car, got back into the car, and reparked one more time. I have never related to another person so much because she was clearly like so embarrassed, and she probably was going through her head as like, this random strange person just helped me park. I don't even know if I trust them. Like, what if somebody hits my car? There's these two giant trucks next to me. She's probably so flustered she didn't see anything else in the parking lot. But y'all, it was awful. Like, I felt so bad for that girl. But also in another like set of random stories and things that happened this week. So, we've mentioned before that we live in Alabama. Give that to...
I'm about to, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that we live in Alabama. And so I'm going to pull up a picture. There is this little, like, it's not little. There's this giant pasture close to where we live. And there's these two really pretty horses that are always there at the pasture. It's... There you go. These are the two horses. So we've driven past them every day, and I love horses. Like, next to dogs, horses are my absolute favorite animal. And I've told Isaac for a year now, because that's how long we've lived in this new house, is a year. I've told Isaac for a year now. I'm like, one day I'm gonna stop and pet the horses. And nothing dramatic happened. I finally decided to stop and pet the horses, and they were very sweet, and it just made my day. It was like the best soon-to-be birthday present. Okay, those are the main stories. Was the girl parking was the one I got so excited about.
That's funny. Yes, there were many a times where I've had to park for Grace.
Yes.
Mainly at car shows. Like, she'll try to park. If she can pull straight through, she's golden.
Not even then, usually.
But
even then I park crooked somehow.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, okay, listen. At car shows, it's usually not pulling straight through. You have to have like a particular angle, and they want you to line up in a certain way, and you need to be so many feet. And I just get so nervous because already being... I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that person, but already being a lady in a very male-dominated hobby is... You have to press one of the little statue dudes.
Thank you.
Okay. But yeah, being a girl in a male-dominated hobby is already kind of weird because everybody's already staring at you. And I know that I talk a lot and stuff, but I'm honestly, like, I'm actually kind of, I don't mean to say shy, but yeah, I'm kind of shy. Like, I'm more willing, this is so weird. Like, I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert and introvert. Like, I am fine with talking to you if you're a random person. Like, that was my job for the longest time because I work in retail, so my job is literally to talk to people and make them feel friendly. But if you want to get to know me, I don't like that. Like, I'm so bad at friends because I'm so guarded. So like, a lot of people at car shows, they weren't mean to me or anything like that. I mean, there were a couple people who kind of bullied us and stuff, but most of the time, most of the people that we interacted with were really sweet and like very encouraging that I was a female in the hobby. But like, they wanted to talk to me and get to know me, and it was so overwhelming because I was so nervous I just, I, I don't know. It would make me so nervous. And so then when it came to like parking, because like when we started doing a lot of car shows together, if you've ever been to a car show, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, they usually have sections, okay? So like, just like if you go to a concert and in the concert, you've got like the main stage and then there's like sections that you can stand in at a concert. That's the best thing I can equate it to. Car shows a lot of the time are similar. Like you'll have the main area where a lot of vendors and people who are selling stuff will be. And then you'll have like little individual sections where you can park. And it's considered like a great honor to be able to park close to the vendors. Like that's a really big deal. It's usually an invite only thing, and a lot of people who do car stuff, that's a big goal because you can have the opportunities to get into magazines, you can have the opportunities to have like interviews from other people, or you can even have the opportunity, even though it's like super rare and seldom, to have sponsorships. So, what? No, what?
There's one company that is that I've used. I bought some of their seats before, and
they're so awesome.
They're called Status Racing.
Not sponsored, but
we're not sponsored by any
awesome.
means. But you guys are great.
So awesome.
I bought a pair of seats last year from them, and ever since then I've always followed them, and they have like the biggest. What should I say? Meme guy or like roaster, I guess. Like anytime somebody comes through the DMs and is like, hey, you guys make great product, he's always like, oh, thanks. And then they're like, what do I do to get sponsored? So he got asked that question so much that he made a video of what it would take for most people to get sponsored by anybody.
Oh no.
And like posted it up on their page. He like links it all the time to them, and he'll use like random things to make people like go to the chant or go to his page and try to, he just roasts them. I don't know. He uses he tells people to use the code when they check out, like use certain codes.
Oh my god.
And he'll use like pin 15. So if you guys write that out, you'll understand what that means in like a DM. He'll say that, use the code PIN15 at checkout.
Is that friendly? Is
no,
that
it's
something
not,
that's PG?
Not PG.
Okay.
But he's hilarious. Huh?
And also for those, I know that if you're not a car person and you're watching this and you're gonna go seats, why would someone want to buy car seats? It's a little different. If you've ever looked at like race cars for Formula 1 drivers, that's the best example that I can give. That's not accurate to the type of seats that we're talking about, but
it's race car seats.
It's race vehicle seats, because what kind of really dominated this culture and this like interest is that people really like drew a lot of their fundamental love of vehicles from what vehicles were designed for, which cars were designed for functionality, but cars were also designed for speed. And like part of the intrigue behind a vehicle is, what all can I make this thing do? Like what can I do to design this to the utmost of my capability to make it go faster, turn harder, grip quicker? Like there's just a lot of stuff behind it that makes it really fun. And it's also equally easy to like throw your own self into a car, which can be kind of tricky. We actually left the car scene for a while because I don't want to speak for Isaac, but I know like for me, I was investing so much of like who I was and I was investing so much of my identity in my vehicle that I would even say things like, this car is a representation of who I feel like I am. And that's just dangerous. Like, don't invest yourself in anybody's identity or in anything anyone tells you to be, because that is just just the worst. Like, the only thing you should ever invest yourself in is what Jesus tells you are. That's the only thing that's worth it. But yeah, like I was so invested in believing that, oh, well, you have to be a certain way and you have to do your cars. Anyways, this got very off track for my original thing, but what I was trying to get at is the shows are kind of like a big deal. And so that's why I would get so nervous parking. It wasn't because I'm an idiot and I can't park. It partially is because I'm an idiot and I can't park. But to some degree, it was just because, like, I was so nervous of kind of the situation and, like, where I was at, that it was concerning and, like, very, very nerve-wracking for sure. But yeah, how was your week? Like, what happened with you? Because we haven't really...
Well, I didn't do a whole lot this week. I mean, it was a rather interesting week at work. It wasn't bad by any means. I didn't stay super late like I did the previous week.
Other than that one day.
I didn't stay late any day.
No, I mean, it wasn't a bad day other than that one day.
Oh, yes. But yeah, I mean, it was a rather good week. I had a really big system I installed in a person's car that turned out really nice. And
which one?
Mr. Ackland.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ashley.
It's really sad, you guys, because, like, a lot of the stuff that I did, like, a lot of the systems that I've been looking a lot forward to, like, hearing and seeing what the people are going to think about them, I'm not going to get to see because they were all coming up this week. So, like, he got to do what a lot of the stuff that I really enjoyed doing was, like, sound quality. So, as I've mentioned 8,250,000 times, that thing can have pursuit. You better be careful.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably does.
Mm-hmm.
It thinks I'm probably going to swap out, too.
I mean, you need to swap, but, like... Well, anyways, I'm going to let him make this decision. What I really enjoy is that... oh, sweet, more money. Is that I used to design systems that were really musical and pretty sounding. That's just the best way I'm going to put that. And I had designed a couple for some of my clients that were coming up in the shop. But, like, I also, like, on the deep, on the heavy, this week's been really weird because, like, I was talking to Isaac about this earlier. It's really hard. I've actually never been let go from a job before, and I think the toughest part is just, like, the self-doubt and stuff that you can kind of get from that. And so, like, if anybody else has experienced that, I'm truly sorry for you, but just know that, like, just like I was talking about earlier with cars and stuff, your self-worth is not in your career, your self-worth is not in your hobbies. Like, your self-worth is who you literally have been made to be. And so if
look at that on you.
if something like this ever happens, like, you'll find another job, you'll find another path, you'll find another thing, like, you'll continue onward. These things happen in life. What?
It transformed into me.
That's hilarious.
The only thing it has now is metronome. So
Mew transformed into Mew.
I was thinking about doing that, but I was like, wait a minute, why?
You know what we haven't checked, by the way, is the slots. We haven't checked the slot machines to see, like, what TMs are there. Oh,
wait,
no.
Did you use metronome?
No. No.
How did it get hydro cannon? Like, that, out of all the moves it could have pulled.
Because it's metronome. Yikes, that was a little scary. Also, like, we literally might be coming up on the finale super soon, you guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, if we get... What our plan is, because we stream today and tomorrow, our plan is to stream today to get all the way through the Victory Road. Mm-hmm. That way we can do the finale tomorrow.
Do the E4.
Now we might, seeing as how... Let me get that Pokeball first.
We might end up... I don't know. See, like, part of me wants to just hit a super long stream today and then finish out tomorrow. or like on tomorrow, start the new stream series.
Well, I want to start that. Like, that's getting into what I was going to say. We want to branch out onto doing Twitch, to where we start streaming more often on Twitch.
Yes, and if you guys are big like on Twitch, please let us know, because that'll help us know what platforms we are gonna be like. Oh, not talking about Twitch, and I went to Twitch. Okay, Twitter.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to start using a lot of Twitch, just to, get out there on different streaming platforms. But yeah, I want to try to maybe possibly do that tomorrow, so that we could stream the finale on Twitch tomorrow, just to see what it would be, or just to see how well it would go, or how many viewers we might have show up, because Twitch is a platform only for streamers. So like, if we get on there and stream, it might be kind of cool to see who all would show up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, like, part of me kind of wants to finish it here and then start a new. Look at her.
Or we might finish it here tomorrow, yeah, and then start the next stream series on Twitch.
Yeah, again, like, part of me really wants to finish this today, because it's not far-fetched. I mean, we're only 22 minutes in.
No, you're right. Secret key. Is that what I was looking for?
Mm-hmm. It is. You got an escape rope, right?
I do.
Oh, no, what are you doing?
I was just trying to fight him.
I mean, it's not very... Words. Yep.
I don't have any psychic moves.
Yeah, we need to... I really need to look into...
We might go into that place, yeah. Fighting. He's quad weak to fighting, so definitely don't go after him. Let's go streamer.
But yeah, anyways, I'm not totally sure what I was talking about, you dudes, but...
Your dog is extremely uncomfortable looking.
Is she?
She's just like, her face is like shoved into your arm.
I mean, like, I'm trying to give her more room.
TM29, clamp.
All right. Clamp. But yeah, so it's been a weird week. That was what I was gonna talk about, was the fact that, like, like, depression's a tough thing and anxiety's a tough thing, but just know, like, you can still choose joy every day. Like, I think the thing that's honestly, I'm really emotional person. Like, I am. That's who I'm crafted to be, and I think that I'm emotional for a lot of different reasons, but like I'm a very, very emotional human being.
Do you want to battle? I mean, we need
that is completely up to you.
We need to raise our Pokemon up anyways.
Okay. By the way, we also have an XP share. So you could always throw that on Mew instead while you're running through the gym. For reasons like that.
Yeah. Swarm?
Mm-hmm.
He used rest. What a dummy.
But yeah, so just always keep your heads up, guys. Like, if a tip for this is something that sounds so dumb, but is so true, you could switch out to Mew here, because there's not a whole lot that Chansey could do to you. It could egg bomb you, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking of Chansey being normal. I need a fighting type move. I might teach Mew a fighting type move if I got one.
Yeah. Like, getting up every morning, regardless of how your day is going, and choosing that you are going to be happy no matter what happens to you that day, that's the key, my dudes. Because, like, there are so many days this week where I could have been really upset because I lost my job on Tuesday, and I've cried. Like, I feel like any normal person would cry if they were in my situation, but because I worked for this company for almost 3 years. I mean, it's
been quite that long.
Yeah, it would have been. This
is 6 months this year, all of last year.
I have a picture from December 2018. That's when I started.
Okay. Then it would have been almost 3 years. Yeah, 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I worked for this company for almost 3 years, and, like, there were a lot of times where I didn't get along with people, but, like, you fight with family, and that's just it. Yeah, that's just how it is. And it was a very small company, so we were all very close, and we all spent a lot of time together. And it's tough to be in that position, but like there's always the Lord's always got a greater plan for you, my dudes. Like, what?
I don't know where my experience share is.
Is it in the bag?
Where would it be in the bag?
Should be in the normal items.
Key items?
No. In the normal items. Let's see. Maybe I don't have an XP share. I just thought I did. Might be in our other game.
It could be on another mon.
Could be on another mon. Could be in the other game. But yeah, like it don't get discouraged, you dudes. Like it's tough, and life is tough, but like you gotta keep your head up and you gotta keep going, and you could totally beat this.
Yeah, because all you can do is teleport.
So that's my piece of encouragement, is like find something that you can accomplish every day. Like this week I said, you know what, I'm gonna get up and make the bed, which seems kind of crazy, but like that was such a huge thing to be able to do. Like so I got up every day this week and I made our bed. And like I was talking about, what?
Soundproof.
Yeah.
I'm just reading it.
Like I was talking about earlier, I have some hip stuff going on. In fact, I might be coming up for a, what?
I tried to attack him and it didn't attack him.
What do you mean?
He used maybe he flinched me. Oh, I missed.
Or maybe you just missed. But yeah, so like I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was my dog. I just moved her and she was so upset about it.
Just like, don't touch me.
I feel like that should be our question of the day, is do you guys have pets? And also, what are y'all doing?
What's your favorite gen?
Okay, so question of the day is, what's your favorite gen? And then also, what are you guys doing for the 4th? Like, do you have any plans? Are you doing anything fun? Oh gosh, no! Don't yawn.
Oh.
How's the gym going?
It is going.
Yeah?
I guess the only thing that's Dragon is weak to is Dragon? Or what else is it weak to? Rock?
You want me to tell you?
I don't know. I'm about to bring out Kimmy.
Okay. Dragon is super effective on Dragon.
I know that
But
much.
Ice is also.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any ice. Wait, no. Somebody has.
I think we're thinking of our other series.
Yeah, it is my other game. Yeah, it's Gyarados that has Ice Fang.
Yeah. Which, spoiler alert if you haven't watched our other series. But if you guys are just joining us for, oh my gosh, that's a Deoxys.
Nah, it's not a Deoxys. It's a Deadoxys.
Oh, just go out to Doug Willie. Call it a day. Yeah, yeet. Like, bye.
Yeet. I know what I do. Do
you?
How did that... What? How?
I forgot Deoxys has superpower. This could be really bad.
That's a 120 base stat move, isn't it?
Honestly, Doug Willie is just not destined to live.
No, sorry, Doug. I've tried to keep you alive.
You have.
I could have gone to a streamer and just EQ'd him.
To be fair, we're about to get a bunch of encounters. Are you making a mess?
No, my cup just decided to...
Is this a Haria or...
Improve. Shout out to Zaryu.
Yeah, shout out to Zaryu. Like, you're an awesome... If you guys need somebody who's a huge inspiration or, like, influential...
or if you guys like World of Warcraft, anything. He plays a lot of World of Warcraft.
WoW, if you guys
I was just checking him out
streamers.
on stream a minute ago, and he was playing the new... What's it called? It's the classic Burning Crusade. Sorry, I couldn't think.
You literally can't play and talk.
It's hard for me to think of what things are called. Jeez.
Well, once you get through this gym, it's my turn. So.
Yes, it is. Then you can go all the way to Victory Road.
Probably not a bad idea to go and put our other dude up. Oh my goodness. Alright. He's probably just got Whirlwind. Probably. And Gust. Okay. I dare you to metronome.
Kinesis?
I mean, that's good for us.
What does that do? Raise my special attack?
It lowers his speed. Oh, accuracy. Well, oh gosh. That did a little bit more than I'd be comfortable with.
He's what? Psychic and flying?
Yes. Who else is salty about that? He should be at, what are you doing?
I don't have a clue.
Do you need help? Ancient power. Oh my gosh.
Party covered by...
I would bulk up right now because this dude's got 5 mons. Yeah. I figured. Okay, and then you can either bulk up again or ancient power. There we go. Okay, now we should sweep as long as he doesn't have anything scary.
As long as he doesn't have anything that has water.
Yeah, no water or fighting. Or grass. Oh, that's fine. What are you doing? Don't waste the bulk ups. He about said woman. I know that face.
That's a misclick is what that is. I'm sorry.
You're going to murder Opal. Bye, Opal. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the boost from Ancient Power. Well, this guy, if this guy has a Beautifly, if this guy has a Dustox, I'm gonna actually lose it. Do it. Have a Dustox.
Oh, look at that! I got the boost.
Finally. Dustox. Ditto. Oh, the wrong D word. I mean, just. Why did you? Okay.
Why did I what?
I was going to say, why did you stay in with all of those boosts? You know, if Ditto transforms when you have those boosts, he gets those boosts.
Yikes.
Yeah. Just
that would have been really bad. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yes. If Ditto uses transform, or if it's an imposter Ditto, he would have gotten all of those boosts, and
Yikes.
We would have died.
I've got Kimmy.
Make sure you take dude guy's item off. I might have an item on him. I'm not sure.
Amulet coin. I know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've got like 42 amulet coins, so. Bless you.
I'm very sorry.
For what? For
sneezing?
Being a human?
No, for sneezing.
I also realize that I say such and such about being human or something a lot.
You always just apologize for just random things.
I don't know why that is. I think it's just because like I said, I'm the world's weirdest extroverted introvert. Like I'm just so self-conscious. It sounds
sorry
weird.
for breathing.
That's
exactly how it is.
You're so mean to me. Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what? We were in the gym this morning and I'm not gonna say it. Sorry. We were in the gym this morning.
Let me figure it out on my own.
We were in the gym this morning, and I have been working with Isaac doing bench press, and I got how much did I almost get? I got like a half. Was it actually a half rep?
Yeah, it's a half rep of 135.
Yeah, I got a half rep at 135 on the flat bench. It was really exciting.
Geez, that's a terrifying death box.
I know. It gets worse. So the question is.
There is no question.
But he didn't have any attacking moves.
He has Swift. He doesn't have any psychic moves. But he's not going to learn anything unless we level him up.
Level up.
Level up.
What? Is that an actual song? Is that what I'm thinking?
Oh, wait a second.
What?
I was going to check these guys real quick.
Oh, just to see.
If we had the experience share on any of them.
Well, you can't see it on that screen. Oh, just
says
kidding.
Item right there. magnet on.
Yeah, leave that on him. I'm probably gonna take him to the Sevi Islands with us and train him up. I mean, he's bodied by one ground type move, but we need the coverage.
Bodied. He's bodied by one ground type move.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, y'all. Original 151 is it
War
was
Turtle.
War Turtle was streaming earlier, and they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh for some bizarre reason. Well, it's not really that bizarre because they literally talk about everything. He was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and oh my gosh, like, you guys know, did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh growing up?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, but seriously, did you?
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch it like I did Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon or anything like that.
Well, like, if I said the character's name Joey, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all.
The big haired Joey dude. I hated that. It never made any sense to me.
He's hey, what's up? My name's Joey. I'm the most Italian Japanese guy.
I'm the most Italian Japanese guy
oh
you'll ever
my
meet.
God. That's what Benny was talking about earlier, and it made me laugh so much. I was like, that's so true though. Like, he's the most random character.
Okay. All right. Don't use the dragon move. Don't use the dragon move. Don't use the dragon move. Don't use the dragon. Okay, use the jelly. We're good.
You're making me nervous. I can't wait to play.
I'm making myself nervous. We don't have anything else that's super effective on dragon.
I know. I'm gonna go run a couple of errands when I start playing.
Well, I mean, you should probably run or walk or.
What?
I don't know. There was some guy I used to work with all the time. Like I'd always tell him, "Hey, I'm gonna go run down to the store." He's like, "Well, you should probably drive."
Who was it?
I think it was George.
Oh, it was George?
I think it was. He was always a...
George, if you're watching this, I hate you.
Wow, that's really... All these... Don't be depressed, guys. We love you all. And there's one person, I hate you. I mean, I don't like him either, but he's a terrible person. But, I mean, we're just so uplifting and godlike and just... And then all of a sudden, oh, is that person? Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him.
I'm just kidding. I don't hate you.
Just for reference. And this is the only thing I'm going to say about him. And this is, you guys will understand after this. Quit, buddy.
You can see
he sold his house before he went bankrupt. Or he was going bankrupt.
I don't know if we should talk about this on stream.
Well, it's just his character.
Yeah, but it's kind of illegal.
It's not. I don't think it's illegal. It's
okay.
not like it's going to get us in trouble.
Fair.
But anyways, this is the kind of person he is. Before, when he was selling his house, it was going into foreclosure. The bank was taking it. He sold the AC unit out of it. That's the kind of person.
Yeah, that's true. I think he sold literally everything, like cabinets.
He sold the kitchen cabinets.
He sold
out of the
everything.
House, like, everything he could.
And then he ended up, like, not going into. I don't know.
No, he did. He went into everything.
I don't know. He's just. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about people.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good. Okay.
Dugong
Dugong is a ice and water type. Do you know what's effective against ice?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, fire is effective against ice, but not against water.
That is one, but do you know what else?
Mewtwo?
You know what? You know what? Absolutely, Isaac would. Mewtwo.
Look at that back sprite, though. It's just like, I'm going to kill you.
Honestly, like, Mewtwo's so dark. Like, he's a murderer.
I mean... So we have a dishwasher that once it gets done washing the dishes, it sings like a little lullaby from Zelda. So if you guys have ever seen, it's A Link to the Past, and there's a song in there. I think it's when you get the flute, you have to sing something, and then the other guy, you go into the real world, and the other guy sings the song with his flute, and it's that sound. It's just it's really strange, but it's like we have
our faces.
It is, yeah.
I had to watch it back. That was so funny.
Toriko.
This was one of my favorite starters.
Was it? Should I attack with him? It's 41.
No. He has pursuit as well.
The world will never know. Hey, Mr. Owl. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
You know what?
Let's find out.
Speaking of that, can we just talk about the most memorable, like, the most memorable advertisements as a child? Like, the things that really stuck in your head?
Yeah, there's one very specific, and it's like an album for some music recording or whatever, and it always played late at night, and all I see in my memory is like a picture of like an entire crowd, terrible video, but like you can see the people on there, and it's just like, buy this CD now and get 3 other CDs the exact same.
Play. That's true though. Like, it's so, but see, that's not really memorable, is it? It's memorable, but it's not. Mischievous is a ghost type.
Psychic?
Is super effective, but we don't have a psychic type. You only have normal moves on those 2.
How do you know?
Okay.
Well, what's effective then?
You can use dark if anybody's got a dark type move, but me is fine. Just use a fire move. It's a little weak ghost.
No, I did have a dark type move.
Oh my gosh! How was I supposed to know that he had?
You after it happened, you're like, I forgot he had superpower.
I don't. Deoxys is like literally the least
What is, I don't know what you just used.
Deoxys is literally the least common mon that I ever use.
I would use them if I got them.
I'm sure you would. But yeah, so like, what did you guys remember from the Tootsie Pop one? Is one that's really memorable, but you guys want to know one that's always stuck with me? This is so random. Is the commercials for Arby's.
Oh yeah. Arby's.
We have the
meats.
And that doesn't even make sense because they talk about we have the meats, but they only
usually have like 1 or 2.
Yeah, they technically only carry like roast beef and chicken, right? Like, so
maybe they have the best kind of meat. I don't know.
That's true. Like that commentary never made any sense, but I think the spokesperson for Arby's is the guy who voiced Mufasa.
Wait, what? No.
Yes.
Mufasa's voiced by Darth Vader as well. Did you know
yes, that? I think I'm looking it up.
Anakin, do you or do you not? Wait, no, that is Vader.
What did you just?
I don't know.
What did you?
I don't know. He's using a Caterpie. Should I?
Hold on. We're just gonna close.
What are you laughing at so much?
What did you just say?
I don't remember. What did I say? You have to watch it back and find out.
Like, there's so many.
Does this Caterpie have anything that can kill a Mew? I mean, if I die to a Mew, I guess I've deserved it.
You
really.
guys, I'm crying.
What happened? What did I miss?
What did you just say? There's so many iconic lines, like, Luke, I am your father. And this man just said, you can or you cannot. What did you just say?
I said, Anakin, do you or do you not? That's what I said. Jeez.
I can't breathe.
Well, I don't get myself so funny.
My goodness gracious, that was the funniest. Like, you were trying to say something so impactful.
Oh, yeah, I was.
The
I
only
was
thing
really...
you could come up with this. Do you or do you not? Which isn't even a line in the movie.
It's not a line that he says at all, ever.
No.
Alright, guys.
Oh, I am so sorry. That was the funniest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
I hope you have a burn heal.
That was so funny.
Really?
Oh.
Wait, is Hoot Hoot dark? It's Noctowl dark.
No, it's a normal type. It's normal. It's
course it's gonna put me to sleep.
He's trying to ignore me so bad. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to watch this video back, and we're gonna have to make a short out of that. That was the
I'll have to figure out if I can download the video from YouTube from our thing.
Like I wish for all things good we had the clipping feature.
EQ. Super effective. Streamer got 700. About to use a muck.
I'm sorry, you guys. Isaac just killed me.
I didn't kill you. I made you laugh.
That was so funny.
I didn't see what he was about to send out.
Let's see. So you did Pikachu?
Yeah, where you got him.
Oh, okay.
Dunsparce. Hey, it worked.
Jeez, level 52?
Oh dear.
Switch.
What
He could be rolling out.
What does Dunsparce do? What is he, bug?
Oh my gosh. No.
He's normal
He's
only.
normal.
That's right then.
I can't. That was so funny. We have to find a way to clip that. That was so funny.
Jeez. What
happened?
Woo!
I looked away for 2 seconds.
I mean, I almost died, almost lost. I don't even know what move he used. I sped up because I was like, well, this guy can't hurt me.
I'm literally going to watch it back right now.
I used Swift.
Takedown. He used takedown.
Yeah, he used takedown
Okay.
once. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do this. He used Endeavor.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's that same move from...
Yeah. Same move from the other day that scared us.
Yes.
Oh, we used a hyper potion too. Look at that.
Okay, what moves? Switch.
She's always so bossy.
I'm not bossy. Why are you
Why does it keep screeching?
Because he's trying to murder you. Yeah, like poison powder him. I mean, we might lose Carrie right here, but we do have a Bellsprout in the back. Yeah, so poison powder him. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do a lot. Ugh. Okay. Switch. Who's tanky?
This guy? What? What?
Okay. Arc.
Dead.
Well, yep, that works too.
All right, everybody gets 208. All right, we defeated the leader, Anne.
Okay,
She's a bald person.
Are we gonna switch now?
Ha! Volcano badge. Yes, as soon as I get my TM. 38.
Y'all. RTMs have been such
RTM
trash.
All right, open. Egg bomb, vital throw, conversion 2.
Yeah.
False swipe.
RTMs have been such trash.
Rollout, wrap. Ooh, we have tickle.
And for anybody who is just tuning in, which I don't know if you guys are or not, but for anybody who's just hanging out, we just beat Blaine, and it's about to be my turn to play. So how we do this is at every checkpoint, we hand the game over to the other person. So I've been talking a lot for the first portion. It is now my turn. So can I switch seats?
You want to?
You want to take the meat?
I guess.
Take the meat.
She's
Bye,
like,
Noodle.
She's like, I don't want to. She's like, I don't want to.
She's a mama's girl.
What? No way.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Alright, let me get cozy here.
Here, Mia. Mia. What are you doing?
Hi, baby.
She's like, I am ready. She's like, I'm ready to go to sleep. Can I have my drink? It has caffeine.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's your time to take over commentary. So I'll tell you guys what I'm like immediately about to do, because we're gonna get talk to you about the Sevi Islands. Oh crap!
Wait,
I can't go back.
Why would you do this?
What do you mean, why would I do this?
Why would you do that?
Okay, whatever.
Why would you go to those islands? We can't go back.
It doesn't give you option.
Yes, it does. You can say no. You said yes.
So anyways, you guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to hopefully snag a couple of encounters really quick. And I'm going to do some training on Mew. Get her up a couple of levels.
You know what?
What?
My encounters from last episode are still better than yours.
Well,
try getting a better legendary than I did.
All right. Well, so
I'm just
yeah,
messing with
that's what
you.
I'm going to do, you guys.
Why are you so upset?
I'm not upset. Okay, this is almost our first encounter.
Encounter.
I actually am going to do a quick switcherooskies real quickly. But yeah, so you get to take over commentary for a little while.
I do. Hey, we already have one. All right.
Deuce.
What? I'm just watching you play the game as I'm talking out loud to myself.
Yeah, here.
So watch out for that. Okay, so let's see. What is your favorite gin? That's the topic. Oh, I thought we already had one of these.
I think it's in our other series.
Oh, that is true. As far as your favorite gin, I of course know Gen 1 the most. I have played that one the most. But as far as like what gen I guess would be my favorite, I guess I like what's it called, Platinum the most so far as like the overall gen because I've never finished playing it all the way through, but I've watched many of people play that one, and it's always really fun to watch them play it. And of course Cliff, he plays it so much, and
huge shout out to Purple Cliff. Congratulations on winning your series, my guy.
He finally beat his series, and that is
whether it was with or without cheating. He
only cheated
TBD,
one time.
But
I mean, if you think about it, he didn't really cheat, because at the end of the series, he wore the maid outfit, so it kind of worked out where he didn't cheat.
Nope.
Yeah, that's how that was. That's how that worked. He didn't cheat. He just had to wear a maid outfit. That was the trade-off for whatever he did. It wasn't called cheating, though.
It might not have been called cheating, but
he didn't cheat though. Oh, masquerade.
Yeah.
Are you just training?
Tag, yeah.
I'm gonna shadow tag you.
This is our next encounter here.
Is it Muck? Technically, isn't Muck technically supposed to be like a Ditto?
Grimer is, yeah. There's an actual backstory
Lore
or
and
deal
backstory about all
about that, yeah.
Thought that was kind of cool. So what would Muck be? Would Muck be like the Mewtwo?
Yeah.
Because
he's like the failed.
I was thinking of
failed experiment.
Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. What else?
Tell me about your week. Jeez.
I feel like my week was boring. I didn't really do much. I mean, I love how people continue to, as far as the car community or car world, whatever, if you go get tires changed or brakes changed or whatnot, do you guys, if you go to a professional shop or whatnot, do you guys pull up in front of the install bay or whatever, the bay where all the stuff gets done, and park your car there and then walk inside? Is that a thing that you guys do? Swin House. Or do you guys park a normal spot, go inside and talk to the staff up front? Because we have lots of people that really get on my nerves. It's just a pet peeve or whatnot. But they'll park their car literally right next to the bay or right behind it or right in front of it, where if one of my installers were not to be paying attention, they would back into it almost. And then they'll walk in my bay
and get really upset when we're hey, you guys can't walk back here.
You can't be back here. You guys have to go up front. It's well, I just got a question. It's yeah, I mean that's great, but there's an order to things.
To me, that is literally walking into a restaurant and expecting to be able to go directly into a kitchen, directly into the kitchen.
Good way to look at it.
And just get to chit chat with the chefs. Oh, I just had a question about how you make this item. That's great.
Yeah, take a seat somewhere in the dining room.
Yeah, and we'll let the team members who are literally trained to do whatever it is that you're asking, we'll let them take care of you.
Yeah.
She's like desperately trying to come over here.
No, she's not desperately. She is trying, yes. But, I guess I could just talk about like stories, backstories from my childhood or whatnot. So when I was a kid, where I lived in the Florida Keys, and there was like sidewalks everywhere down there. And I'd always ride my bike around. Me and my friend would always meet up at my house after school or whatnot. And we lived in the same neighborhood, or somewhat. His grandparents lived in my neighborhood, but he always got off the bus at the same spot or whatever. And we always walked home, and he'd walk his way home, and he'd then get his bike and meet me back over at my place or whatever. And one of the things we would do, we would just like ride our bikes endlessly, like just around town or whatever. We'd go into Kmart, and as kids we always would try to like hit the brakes really hard and skid the back tires and everything. And there was a couple of times where like we would drive down to if we had like a bent rim or something like that. Like I think Joel had just gotten his rim fixed or his wheel fixed or whatever on his bicycle, and it was a mountain bike, so they had like shocks on it and everything like that. And we just got a new aluminum rim for him for his rear tire or rear wheel and stuff. And we were just out messing around, doing a couple of skids here and there, and all of a sudden there's this one, what's it, like a mallish parking lot, or what's it called, where it has like a bunch of stores and like a square.
Like a shopping center?
A shopping center, sorry. Yeah, so like a shopping center. And it was like where not Best Buy, Blockbuster used to be a thing. It was back when that was a thing. A bunch of little jewelry stores, ice cream stores, stuff like that. And, you drive in and park or whatnot, but they had sidewalks that would go all the way around. They had a railing and everything. Well, it wasn't like a complete square. It had like a really tight corner and then a really open corner. So we would try to get some speed around the tight corner and see how fast we could go just to kind of, skid around it. But if we could get up to enough speed around like the 120 degree corner, we could like skid halfway down the corner and like roll right into it. So a lot of times we would do that like all the time. Oh, he just got his new wheel. He wanted to check it out and try to see how far he could skid. And literally, he goes to do it like right in front of me. Because like we're riding at the same time. We usually would try to like do tandem skids or whatever. And his rim bent in half. Like he goes to skid, and I guess he didn't get the angle right, or just the rim wasn't very, strong or sturdy. So it like just literally bent in half, and he like stopped, and he had to like, we just bent the rim back to where it was, because it was a tube tire or whatever, so it didn't like pop a tire or anything like that. But we just bent the rim back, and we're like, well, that's pretty much it for the day. We'll just head back to the house and get a different one later. And I remember being like, I would always ride behind him. Yeah, I was always riding behind him, and I could see the rim. It's like toom, 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 as it would hit the back brake a little bit until it kind of wore down the back brake enough to where it could still ride it and stuff. It was really funny, but there was all kinds of like stories like that. Like we would always ride up to Kmart, because Kmart was the thing back in the day. I don't even think Kmart's around anymore. There might be a few here and there.
Okay, why are there still the most random stores at the beach? Like, if
go down to the beach.
Yeah, if there's a Kmart anywhere, it's going to be at the beach.
I know there's one in Florence.
Really?
Yeah, at least there used to be.
I feel like Alabama as a whole is just centuries behind other places, though.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Well, like, things that survive here are not things that survive in other climates.
That is true, yeah. But yeah, we would ride up to Kmart, and that was like our Walmart, so to speak. So we'd walk in there. It's the same thing as Walmart, but I mean, just a Kmart instead. So we'd go into like the toy aisle or the Hot Wheels aisle. We'd find like Hot Wheels cars that we always used to love to collect or find or whatever. We'd take a couple dollars or whatever, and then we just go and do that. buy like little cars and stuff like that.
Okay, so what was the worst injury you ever had as a kid?
As a kid?
Yeah. Is there a difference between like being a kid and an adult? The way you said that makes me wonder.
Well, just like I was just thinking of like age, like what age I would want to pick.
What age you would want to pick?
Well, there's lots of injuries in my childhood.
Oh, really? Tell me about them.
There was one time we were playing tag out in the street down. Well, we had this little like forest kind of thing down the street, and we would go in. Like we'd go down the street, and then like there'd be like an opening in the woods where you could go in, and we cleared out a section on the inside, and we'd hang out down in there and everything like that. So we were playing tag. We were all in there. So we decided to go out on the street and kind of play tag out on the street, or like catch me if you can kind of thing or whatever. And we were playing, and like I was running from one of the people. I think we had. It's random that I remember all their names. We had. The girl that lived just down the street, her name was Kelly.
I thought you literally. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt. I thought you literally were like, I remember all of their names. The girl who lived down the street, that was her name. The girl who lived down the street.
Oh no, the girl that lived down the street, her name was Kelly. There was Britton, was the guy that lived across from me.
His name was Britton.
Yeah, Britton.
That's a really cool name.
Well, that's just what his name was. I don't know. I mean, he had an older brother that Eric was friends with, Eddie Cordova. I don't remember if Britton's name was Cordova or not. But anyways, but yeah, there was Kelly from down the street. Britton was over there. I think JoJo or Joel was there too, and it was me. So we're all playing tag, trying to just run around and everything. And I ran past a car and I was trying not to hit it, so I slammed on the brakes real quick, like trying to put my feet down, and I hit a pile of rocks, or like a gravel patch on the road or whatever, and I slipped and my head hit the ground. And I thought, like, I got up and like I'm like, I don't know, half a mile down the street where my house is. I got up and I looked over at Britton and Kelly. And like blood just started coming down my forehead and my face and everything. So I'm literally running down the street, screaming bloody murder because I have no idea what I've done, and I'm thinking I need to go to the hospital.
Panicking.
I just panicked or whatnot, but it's just because we were out so hot, and we were so hot, we were out.
Oh yeah, so like the blood made it.
Yeah, the blood made it just feel like it was so much worse or whatever. So, anyways, I got down the street, and my mom came out and. She started freaking out or whatever. Then she cleaned my face off.
I can only imagine your mom.
It was only like a small little, like a pebble had just hit me just right and kind of cut me open just a little bit. Yeah. It was just a tiny cut, but it was right there on the thinnest part of my head or whatnot. So it all rushed down. And I remember they came over to my house like after I like was inside or whatnot, and they had gone like to Britton's house had like a big. Hibiscus tree in front of it or plant or whatever.
I was like, so that's very specific.
Well, yeah, but hibiscus were really cool.
Yeah.
Down in the Florida Keys, they had a lot of them. But they had a big plant in front of their house, and they picked a bunch of flowers for me and brought them over as like friends.
Oh,
like, oh, it's like a get well thing or whatever.
That's so cute.
We were like 8 or 9 years old. But it was really funny.
I have a story about that, of something like that. Yeah. So... my brother, I've talked about my brother a lot on stream. His name is Josh, for those who don't know. My brother, when he was much younger, he had this little, like, gang of dudes he used to run around with. And, the guys' names were Patrick, Joey, and Brett. And they used to love to longboard. And I think I've told you this story before. Josh, one day, like, we were all at church, and Josh didn't go to church with us, so he had gone out with, like, Joey and all of them to go longboarding that morning, and they were really adventurous, but their favorite place to longboard around where we lived was this crazy hill. Like, they literally, their goal was to see how fast they could get their speeds up to, and I want to say that, like, at one point in time, they clocked them at some absurd... I mean, it was like 30 or 40 miles an hour on a longboard, which is crazy for you as a human being, like, not in a car or protected, right? And they were just boys being boys, no offense, but like Josh and Joey were really, really reckless, and Josh and Joey are still like super good friends to this day. Anyways, somehow or another, we still don't know to this day like how this came about. Are you okay?
Yeah.
But the guys convinced Josh to go down this hill as fast as he physically could without a helmet on.
Oh.
And all we know, like, all of a sudden my mom gets a call in the middle of church, and she ignores it because we're in the middle of service, and we don't want to like run out and pick up the phone. He calls her 2 more times, and mom kind of looks at me funny, and she's like, well, they're probably just wanting something to eat because we went to like the evening service or whatever. And she doesn't pick up. Well, then Josh started calling me, and I look at mom and I'm like, hey.
Nice. Get rid of metronome.
I'll get there. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna step out and just see what Josh wants. And she's like, yeah, just go see what's wrong. Go see what's wrong. And I was like, okay, I'll go see what's wrong. So I pick up the phone, and I hear Joey's voice, and he's like, Grace. And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong? Because he sounded like he was like sobbing, and he's like, where's your mom? And I hear someone screaming in the background. It was Josh. They had gone really, really fast on the hill, and they didn't see that there was a piece of some bricks that had, like, on the little pathway that they had gone, that had crumbled, and Josh's longboard's, like, wheels hit those bricks, and when he hit them, instead of, like, what?
Go up. We've got 4 heels, just so you know.
I know, that's what I was looking for.
Oh.
I'm the one who's been out here grinding. Instead of... Dang, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
The bricks.
Oh, okay, yeah. So instead of him, like, hitting the bricks and then the skateboard coming to a stop, we don't know what happened officially, but basically Josh ended up... Like, the skateboard kept going, but Josh fell backwards, and one of the bricks... Trigger warning, if you are squeamish, go away right now. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'll tell you what it was for dramatic effect. One of the bricks partially went through Josh's head. So what they were calling us for was because they didn't know what to do. So my brother was laying on the concrete for probably 5 minutes with this brick through his head, because none of them could drive. None of them were old enough. And of course, we left church, and Josh is fine. He has a giant scar on the back of his head still from where he had to get a whole bunch of stitches, but it was really bad. That was between that and then the time that in my backyard we had a trampoline, and I don't think I've told this story before, so I apologize if I had. But we had a trampoline in the backyard, and next to our trampoline or whatever, there was this really, really tall tree. You know what tree I'm talking about?
I think so.
I'll show you next time we go over to my parents' house. And Josh and his same group of these friends, Joey and Brett, if you guys are watching, y'all were the worst influence. Y'all almost killed my brother so many times. But yeah, there was this one point in time where Josh really liked to jump off the top branches of that and bounce onto the trampoline, and they would try to do tricks and flips and stuff, and they thought it was really cool. And I remember this one time I was watching Josh out the window do these tricks, and all of a sudden I see him jump off the top of the thing, and he doesn't bounce up, and I'm like, what happened? So I run outside, and I'm like, Josh, are you okay? And it's just dead silence outside. At least that's what it seemed like to me. And all I hear him say is, go get mom. And I'm like, what? Why? Are you going to show her a trick? And then he just screams at me. He's like, go get mom. He had ended up breaking his collarbone. And I think that it was really bad. It ended up, I think it I don't remember distinctly if it broke the skin or if he just told me that as a kid. I don't remember, but it was really, really bad, you guys. It was really bad. But yeah, so what were your other worst injuries like as a kid? I have some other random stories about mine.
Oh, let's see. Now I know I had plenty of bike injuries.
Yeah, because you guys used to bike all the time. Which is funny if you think about it. It sounds like that really translated into you as like a young adult too, because of the way that you ended up like the accidents that you got into.
Oh no, I never got into like any really bad accidents as a kid or whatnot. If I could, I don't remember. I never broke any bones or anything.
You never broke a bone?
I've broken a bone before when I was 3. I broke my leg.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a habit of jumping off things. I don't know if I broke it. I think I fractured it more than anything. But, but yeah, be careful. Yeah, I jumped off a couch or whatever at my parents' house.
Oh my gosh.
When I was 3.
Like into anything, or you're just like, yes, couch, man.
I just jumped off of it. Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. Nothing. I was just a kid.
Oh
I had
my
no idea what I
gosh.
was doing. But I jumped off and I had fractured my femur or something. I don't know.
Yikes.
Something. I have a picture of me when I was 3 that I just had like a purple cast on.
Really?
Yeah, my dad picked out the purple. He loves purple.
Is that why it's one of your favorite colors?
That's probably why it's one of the colors I choose. Yes. Oh.
What?
Whoops! I forgot to do that.
Oh, the light.
Yeah.
I noticed that earlier, but I didn't want to say anything. Also, like, I'm not sure if anybody is still hanging out with us, but if you are, thank you so much for hanging out with us and hearing all of our random stories. That's why I told Isaac I want to change the name of this streaming series to like something about it being a podcast, because basically all we do is just like.
Well, when we play through a game and Pokemon Playthrough Podcast, we'll just call it the PPP.
That would be. Oh no.
Yeah, get out of there. But no, I don't quite remember as many as I thought I did. I guess I should say there was one time, me and Joel, so we were best friends back then, and we would always, just do random things together. We one Christmas, we got me and my brothers, we shared most of our larger gifts like that. But we got what they call a GoPed, and it was just a motorized scooter, and yikes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a motorized scooter. So it had like a 2 horsepower, like a 1.2 horsepower motor or whatever on it, and hang on.
No, go ahead. I'm fine.
It had like a 1.2 horsepower motor on it, and we would just take turns riding it around and whatnot. And a friend of mine, for his Christmas present, Joel, he got, I think it was Christmas. That could be something different. He got a go-kart, and it was a little tiny thing or whatnot. And we were, of course, 10, 11, and maybe 12 at the time. I don't remember exactly what the time was, but. He would ride around in the go-kart around the neighborhood or whatnot, and I'd ride my GoPed around the neighborhood. So we'd just kind of follow each other, wasting gas and doing whatever, and go back to his grandparents' house on the weekends for just whatever we could do, and we'd just have fun, and we'd stop there and we'd go fishing and do stuff like that. But I don't remember exactly where I was going with that story.
We were talking about like our worst injuries as a kid.
I don't think we ever got any kind of injuries on the GoPed or the go-kart, but we ended up getting. I ended up having that GoPed for years, and I remember one year he got a. We'll just move on to a different story. No injuries in this story, I don't think, but I'm just talking about just childhood memories or whatever. But
wait, I have one. Or no, you go ahead and finish yours.
You've been talking the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
If you want to keep talking, go for it, I guess. You're the one that talks so much.
That was mean.
Well, try to be mean. Do you have something to say? What?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Just say it.
No.
Fine. But one year he got an upgraded go-kart. So the other one just had 4 wheels. It had like a basic steering system and like a bench seat. This next one that we got was like pretty much what you guys would consider a Polaris Razor today. It was very similar to one of those.
Huh.
So it had, I think it was called Carter Brothers go-kart. Maybe, I think that's what it was called. But it had an independent front suspension. It had hydraulic brakes. It had like a 4 or 5 horsepower motor on it. So it could do like 30 or 40 miles an hour. And it had a single suspension. It had a big suspension setup, like two struts, 2 springs, stuff like that on the back. But it was on its own. It just kind of had a system where it worked together. It wasn't independent in the rear. But yeah, we rode around on that thing. Like that thing had like actual racing seats with like strap-in harnesses and everything, and big cage and everything. It was like a light blue color. And when they first got it, it was like all rusted out. Well, not rusted, but like all kind of like messed up and stuff. So his grandpa took it to like a shop that did powder coating, and they powder coated the whole thing, the original like sky blue color almost or whatever, made it brand new. It was a lot of fun. We rode around in that thing all the time. And like he would just like, that was like his car before his car kind of thing. So we'd ride around the neighborhood all the time in that. And then like we even found like an empty lot that had like a bunch of dirt in it. And we started just driving around that empty lot. What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
We drove around. Ooh, Thunder Punch. Nice. We drove around that empty lot so much that we made like almost like a track. So we would we'd be driving and we would all of a sudden like stop, and we would make like a spot. We'd put it in reverse, back up, do that same thing a bunch of times. Then we'd roll over it real slowly to kind of pack it down a bunch, and then we would just like we'd make a corner. To make a corner, we'd just do that same corner a bunch of times and just pile up the dirt on one side. So eventually we got it to where we had like a full-on track. We could get like full top speed and like hit the jump or whatnot. It was a lot of fun. And then we got kicked out of there because people were like, "Why are you guys messing up my yard and stuff?"
Oh.
They got real mad at us for doing that because it was like behind some trees that were over close to a house, and it was like the trees separated that lot from the other house. We didn't even think it was that person's property or whatever, but I don't know, the family came home one day and was like all mad at us about tearing up the yard and everything. They leveled everything back out one day before we came back over there. So it took away our fun. What? Oh, that's our encounter?
This is our encounter.
Nice.
What turtle?
What turtle? A what turtle? But no, some of the other things that me and Joel used to do, like we would get off, like every once in a while, like I would try to get off the bus with him. Because he would get off at his mom's work and hang out at his mom's work. And then, she would just take him home afterwards or whatnot. And then some days he would get off at my bus stop, which was way before his, and which is just on the other side of town, which was way before his. And then we'd walk back to my house, and then he'd run over to his grandparents' house, grab the go-kart and stuff like that. But I got off at his mom's work one day, and I was just going to have her, or he was just going to have his mom drop me off at home. After we got done, hanging out there, messing around or whatnot. And we had this giant red bouncy ball. And we were standing on the either end of the parking lot, which was like, I don't know, it was a huge parking lot. A good quarter mile long or whatever. But we would just, like, chunk it back and forth with each other. But there was like, I don't know, 100 feet behind me or Joel, whichever person decided to stand close to the highway. There would be the highway just full of cars. It's like a 6-lane highway or a 4-lane highway, whatever. And it would just cars would go through or whatever. Sometimes we would miss. Like if we threw it at each other, like we couldn't throw it to each other.
Don't tell me.
It would bounce a couple of times.
You said sometimes we would miss.
So sometimes if I was on that side, I'd miss, and sometimes if Joel was on that side, he would miss. It would go across the highway. Now it never hit a car.
Oh.
Until the last time we did it. We hit it, and it actually bounced off of the car and came back into the parking lot where we were.
No way.
And I think that the police, or no, it wasn't the police. The person that it hit, they stopped and turned around and came back into the parking lot. We just like went into his mom's office and hung out in there as they drove through, and then they turned around and went back out or whatever. But we ended up finding the bouncy ball back somewhere in the back lot. And it had like half of the, you know how if you're looking at a bouncy ball or whatnot, you can see how like it's like two halves that are fused together. One half of the fused section was like all wrinkly and stuff. Like it had just like from the impact of hitting something so hard.
Oh my gosh.
It was really funny. But yeah, that's just a random story or whatnot. Now, if you guys have ever not necessarily been sightseeing, but if you guys have ever heard of the 7 Mile Bridge, that is in Marathon, Florida, which separates the last section of the Keys of Marathon to, I think it's not Duck Key. It's I can't remember the actual name of it now, but it separated the Marathon, which was a city, that last island from the next one, and it's a 7 mile long bridge.
It's in like a ton of movies and stuff.
Yeah, it's in the Fast and Furious series or whatever, the second movie or whatnot. But that bridge, it's huge or whatnot. But we had actually never ridden down all the way down to the 7 Mile Bridge because the Marathon, the island itself is rather long. I would say it's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles long. No, hang on. I gotta look that up now. I don't even know. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to go away from this one. Let's just add a different one. Google Marathon, Florida. Let's see.
I'm not sure.
Big Pine Key. That's the name of the other key that's separated from. Let's see. Yeah, the 7 Mile Bridge. I remember there being a place called Boot Key out there. Sorry, I'm just kind of definitely looking around. But anyways.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So we've got Marathon. Yeah, I think Marathon was only like 7 or 8 miles long. It wasn't all that long compared to like the 7 Mile Bridge. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, Bahia Honda Key. Bahia Honda Key? I'm not entirely sure I say that. But, no, so we had never actually ridden all our bikes all the way down to the end of, where the 7 Mile Bridge started. So one day we decided, you know what, that's going to be what we do today. So we, of course, we stopped. We got our water bottles and our backpacks and everything and started making our journey. We left our house, or my house, whatever. He'd always meet me in my place before we went anywhere. And we left our house. We would head down to Airport Road. It's called because there was an airport down there actually in Florida Keys.
Which is hilarious because there's an airport road here that we used to live off of.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I bet you. But yeah.
Ooh,
so
new encounter.
The air. Nice. That would be a nice one. Let me make sure
it's actually.
Because it was called Overseas Highway. Was the main? Oh, I'm sorry. It was Aviation Boulevard. That's what it wasn't called Airport Road. It's called Aviation Boulevard. So we would meet on our house on. I lived on 8080 Tuna Drive. I lived on tuna. I lived on a tuna fish. Oh, does he have takedown?
Yeah.
Wait, do we have a ghost
No.
Pokemon? Dang, I hope we catch him. Game Boy Luke. Game Boy Luke. But yeah, so we would head out from 88 Tuna Drive, and we would head down Aviation Boulevard, hit Overseas Highway, and then we would just go straight all the way down to the end of the Marathon Key, and then we turn around and come right back. Now the greatest thing about where we lived in the Florida Keys was that there was what's it called, sidewalks that lined the entire key, like from the start of when I got off the bridge getting on to Grassy Key. It had pretty much had a sidewalk the entire way, so we can get out and go pretty much wherever we wanted to. And that was one of the funny things is when I moved up here into Alabama, the area that I moved to didn't actually have all that many sidewalks. But like I didn't have my bike because we had like gotten rid of it. It was an older bike, so we just got rid of the bike. And then like we got up here, like I spent some actual money and got like a nice bike. I saved a bunch of money and stuff. Dang, that sucks. But we had gotten I saved a bunch of money up and I got a new bike and whatnot. And I made the trek from like where my house was to my grandparents' house, which was, I didn't think it was all that far away. But boy, was I out of shape at that point. And it took me like 2 hours to get to my grandparents' house, which it never took me that long to get anywhere before the Keys. But I mean, looking at the Keys now, it's a rather small island.
Isn't it funny how things felt so different when we were young? Like the amount of time it took to get places and like what felt long and hard to us then versus like what the reality of what it is now.
Yeah. It's nuts to think about something like that. I'm actually going to look at what my house looks like now. Oh, they have a sewer system now, which that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is, if it'll show me. Oh my gosh. Oh. Go down the other way. Oh, and they took down the fence. This is that house that used to be across the street from me. Mm-hmm. So this is where like that had the big hibiscus field there and everything. And this was just down the street. Now, and of course, nobody on here can see this, but this is my old house here.
He's showing.
Sorry,
that's cool.
Showing it on the other computer in here, but yeah, it was definitely not that far of a distance to go anywhere down here. But like up here, everything is all connected to by just roadways, so you don't have any kind of sidewalks. I had to like cross a bunch of lights and cross a bunch of stuff like that over in Florence, and it was just not as fun as I remember it being. So after that, I just never rode my bike again. I bought it.
That super expensive bike. You were just like, yeet.
And I rode it a couple of times. I rode it around the neighborhood every once in a while, but I think we ended up selling it. But I never really rode it after I got my license, I just drove everywhere.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much all of that. But as far as like stuff that we would do, you were talking about the trampoline. Mm-hmm. This tree here had a big branch off of it. We had a trampoline. What is he learning? Ancient power? Nice. He's on some power moves now. Mm-hmm. I don't want to overlevel all our Pokemon now.
I just wanted to get everybody up to 50 because I'm pretty sure that's what the next like gym session.
The next gym should be in the 50s.
Yeah, because we just faced Blaine and
his ace was 52.
Right. So I just wanted to get everybody up to at least 50. I thought that would be fair.
Yeah. But so we would also get up in this trampoline like 20 feet up in the air and just jump off into our trampoline or whatnot. But there was a lot of times where we, as trampoline owners, we did a lot of sketchy things.
I feel like that's so true. Like the people who designed trampoline probably had so many lawsuits.
Probably so, because like we put like water on ours with soap.
Oh yeah.
And like it would, if you weren't really paying attention, like as a kid, you just like.
Did you have the gate around it?
No, we didn't have
No
that.
way, we did, because I was in gymnastics, so we had to.
No, I didn't have that around ours. We just had a big. Just a big yard with a trampoline in it. We would put soap on it. We would do splits on it on accident all the time.
On accident.
Well, because like you're jumping up and down, if you weren't like paying attention to what your body was doing, like you could hit it and like your feet would just slip straight out from underneath you. It was fun, but not fun.
But do you remember the in-ground trampolines?
Not really. I never had one of those because down there it's just all bedrock.
That was like the massive expense. Like if you had an in-ground trampoline, you knew what's up. Like that was the she's knees back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's I'm not really sure what other kinds of. Let's see, what other kinds of like childhood memories could we talk about?
So I can tell you guys, we were talking about like injuries. I can tell you guys about 2 different stories about injuries from mine when I was little. When I was really little, not really that little, but when I was younger, I guess I should say, like, I had so many different interests. I was one of those kids who did all the oddball sports, if that makes sense. So, like, I played softball, I swam competitively for like 16 years, and I was a diver. I also did some gymnastics and stuff, but swimming and diving were really my like bread and butter. That's what I wanted to go to college for. Like it was my Jimmy Jam. That was gonna be my thing. So anyways, on the softball story, you totally can't see it, but like you see my pinky and see how it's like there. You can totally see it there. Like this pinky
crooked.
Like this pinky is crooked. So when I was pretty young, I was a really good softball player. Like I played up a lot, meaning like I played with higher level teams than what I should have been playing for my age group. And what you doing? Oh, okay. But yeah, I played for higher level teams than what should have been in my age group or whatever. And one of the things that we used to have to do, and this is crazy, like this would never happen in modern day sports or like in things that are common these days, but I used to have to go into the batting cage without a glove on and practice that way, because that was just what was considered like what you should do, cast form. But yeah, that was a thing. That was what you should do to train and to get better. And when I was really young, I ended up catching a ball that I caught like the wrong way in my hand, because I was training to be a catcher. And do I want earthquake? I mean fire blast.
Fire blast?
Yeah, I don't think I do actually.
How much does it do?
I mean, it's special. That's the only.
Oh, yeah, no, I would say no.
That might be not smart, but that might be not smart. That might come to haunt me later. But anyways, so I caught the ball wrong, and it ended up messing up my pinky, and I had to wear the little splint thing that I'm sure, like...
Where it ties your fingers together.
Yeah, but it's, like, metal on either side, and there's blue foam in the middle of it. And my dad, this one day at church, my dad's friend, like, was trying to convince me that breaking your finger wasn't all that bad and that it was jammed. And I was just a little kid, so, like, I was like, okay, you're an adult, you know what you're talking about. And, yeah, so I ended up letting him take my splint off and pull my pinky.
Ooh.
To like try and pull it back into place, and I ended up it was so painful, you guys. It was so painful.
I believe that.
Yeah, my broken pinky, I let him like yank, and obviously it didn't do anything, and it ended up making, because like I'm double jointed, and so like when he let go, according to the doctors, like because he pulled it really hard, when he let go, my joints ended up settling into the wrong place. And instead of going back to see the doctors, because my parents were like, you're fine, it's fine, we just left it there. And they said that he pulled it so hard that he pulled my finger out of joint, and we put it back into the splint and let it heal the brokenness like that. And so like it's always been crooked. That's like, that's why it's crooked. So that happened. That was a pretty bad injury, because I mean, like, believe it or not, with all of the problems that I've had as an adult, like I've had 2 reconstructive knee surgeries, you guys, so like I've had some pretty serious stuff, but that was probably one of my worst injuries. And then my other really bad injury that I had as a kid was on the diving team. We used to have to practice, obviously, and during practice, if you were doing a new dive or a new trick or whatever, you would get what's called a call out. And what a call out is it is a noise that your coach or your trainer will make to notify you that you're in a turn of motion in which you're no longer directly over the board. So like your centrifugal motion, you're doing like for instance, I was doing a triple, which is you do your approach and then you do 1, 2, 3, and then you come out of that flip sequence. So I was doing a no, it wasn't a triple. It was a double. I was doing a double, which is 2 flips and then you come out. And so like I was training for a new double in a pike position, which is a particular type of motion. Anyways, I won't get into all of that. And the noise that you make is usually, or like that your coach makes, is a very particular sound. So it's not something that like you would think like, oh, well, you're at a pool, dum like everybody makes noises, people are going to be loud or whatever. It's not like that. Like the sound that they make is a very, very like specific sound. So it's not something that someone else would make. Well, I had been at practice, I think already that evening for an hour and a half or so, just so you guys know, like I'm not very good at a lot of things. Like I enjoy doing a lot of things, but I'm not really, really good at a lot of things. I was a good diver. Like I can tell you that with confidence. I actually went to Junior Olympics. I was a good diver. So anyways, so I had been at practice for a really long time and I was on my last set and I was doing my double. And this kid, his name was Matt, and for the sake of the story, we're just going to call him Matt. I'm not going to tell you his last name. He's the kid on my team. He thought it would be funny to call me out when I was still on top of the board, because he thought that he wouldn't make the sound close enough to what my coach made it for me to like mistake it as a person or whatever. And yeah, he was wrong. So he called me out when I was on the top of my rotation. So when I came out of my pike rotation, the only thing that kept me from hitting the diving board was me pushing off the board to try and avoid smacking into it with my face. So I ended up I dislocated this finger, I dislocated my wrist, my elbow and my shoulder, because when I came down, I went like this, like trying to push myself off. And when I tumbled into the base of the board cut into my leg and left an inch gash from the top of my hip all the way down to my foot. It was really bad. And it was so gross because the pool was really gross. Like Isaac's story about like how he got injured and all the water and stuff made it look really bad. It was the same with this. It looked really, really bad. So long story short, unfortunately, that was something that ended my diving career, because I got such a mental block after that to being able to proceed in diving that I ended up actually leaving a couple of years after that, and I never got to do it. So that's something that I miss a lot, but that's definitely one of my scariest memories from childhood was that sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I wonder where I could have been in life. Had that not happened, I wonder if I would have succeeded in my dream and gone to the Olympics and been a super, super successful diver. I really do. I wonder, but I will never know. So there were mucho different plans. Are you getting tired?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not too bad though.
Also, we had date night last night, and if you haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins as an anime, you need to watch it.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it didn't. I think there's going to be another part to the anime.
Gotta be.
It has to be, because it.
No spoilers.
Yeah, it definitely didn't end how I was hoping it was going to.
How we anticipated.
Well, it ended on a cliffhanger. So.
See, I don't think so. I mean, it had a conclusion.
Not really.
It was very abrupt.
Yeah, it didn't really have a conclusion.
It totally had a conclusion. I'm trying to learn rest. What are you doing to my dog?
I'm just blowing on her.
Oh my gosh, this is so tedious.
Why don't we just go? Go to the 5th gym.
You want me just to go?
Or the 8th gym? Yeah.
Okay.
Just go.
Everyone heard that. Isaac said just go. Well, let me go see. So on this island, you can get like a super good, but seriously, like, what did you think of the ending? Like, you weren't happy with it?
What? It didn't end. It's just the fight was over and then that was it. After the fight was over, it ended the episode. There's definitely more coming. It's just that wasn't what I was hoping for. Wait, what did you just trade?
I didn't.
Oh, what did you do?
I'm trying to see if like any of my team members can learn. No, that lady usually has like Dragon Ascent or some crazy kind of move or whatever. So I was trying to see if anybody could learn whatever crazy move she was gonna have. But
Gotcha.
Yeah. Man, I wish that had been our encounter. I would have been besides myself. I love the Grovile line. Like, I'm not a like, are you a fire starter? No, you were a...
I was a war turtle.
You a war turtle. So are you going to want to trade Kimmy out for war turtle?
Oh, no. No, I want to keep Kimmy. What are you doing?
Part of the game?
There's an encounter in here?
I'm not sure. Can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Anyways, onward. Out of all of the different animes, which I don't want to have any spoilers for anybody, but out of all of the different animes, what would you say is your favorite anime ending?
Ending? I don't remember what the anime is called. It was the one but with Yato. I liked the way that one ended a lot.
You're gonna have to help me out here, kid.
It's Yato the God anime or whatever.
Oh,
where he's like,
okay.
you have to like work and get people to like you, and you know, I think I don't remember what the anime was called. Let me see. I just look it up.
Okay. I might actually put up Mewtwo for a little while.
Why?
Because
Norigami.
Norigami, yeah, that actually was a
It
very good
it had
anime.
a really, really good. It was a good anime.
It was very wholesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? Can you find out what I'm supposed to do?
To get back?
No, like these guys are talking about their boss or something. Can you find out what you're supposed to do?
Can't you just go back to the first original islands?
I've already tried that.
Let's see.
Sorry, guys.
3 islands. Commonly referred to by fans as Kin Islands. Let's see. Maybe there's an objective to this.
I think I have to find Lost Steel or something, but I don't know how to prompt that. I didn't see anything on 2 Island.
It says, when the main character in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green first arrives at the town on 3 Island, they will have to fight off a gang of rowdy bikers to restore.
But they're not fighting me.
Maybe you did talk to the wrong ones.
There's not like the wrong ones to talk to. Like none of them will fight you.
Just keep talking to him.
That can you keep looking up? Why are you the worst partner? Don't just Google in find like what you're supposed to do for the islands. I need a flyer. I'm gonna grab Pelipper as my flyer for a minute. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. I know you have to find the Lost Steel person, but there was no one to talk to, and I don't have Rock Smash, so I might be soft locked here.
You do have Rock Smash.
I don't have Rock Smash.
Do we not have one in the party? I guess we've never gotten the HM.
Can you go out on a stroll? Okay, so the PC is working. Great. Are you reading? Are you trying to figure out what to do? I mean, we're gonna be soft locked here until we know what to do. So.
You shouldn't have come
here. You guys, we might have to end the stream. Isaac's making me mad.
I'm sorry. You could have gone somewhere else to do this.
I wish someone was in the chat to tell us what to do. If you're watching and you know what to do, let us know. Please. Maybe I go here? Oh, yes. 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 I got it. I found it. Found it.
Well, good deal.
No help from you.
Sure didn't help.
Who's that?
Somebody was just about to play it. I was going to watch him do it.
I got it. Don't need your assistance.
Well, I didn't want to help you anyways.
I'm such a child.
You are a very big child.
You're really mean to me, you know that?
No, I'm not.
No, you're really not. You're a sweetheart. Okay.
What do you want? What are you doing, Mia?
Okay. So
I do want you to finish the island so we can go back and battle the next gym.
I am sincerely trying.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
What? What does he have? Adios. Oh, you'd be fine. Yeah, he did. See, look at that.
Okay. Abelia. Commentary?
I'm thinking. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I guess
What do you mean? You're good.
Let's see. What's your favorite kind of music to listen to? Definitely don't die to that guy.
What's my favorite kind of music?
Yep.
That is tough. This thing has counter. Obviously, Grace. Let's see. Sorry, I am going to pay. Please don't coat me. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Woo. Why Nots and Wobbuffets are Nuzlocke enders.
Indeed. Speaking of Nuzlocks, I want to do, as our next series, we're going to be doing a versus for like our recorded weekly series. So I want to pick one. Maybe we could do X and Y. Because have you played X and Y?
Me? Yeah, that's when I used to play competitive.
I just meant like, have you played it recently?
Oh,
to where you know the game?
Oh, I mean, I know the game pretty well just because, again, like, that's what I used to play competitive Pokemon in. But, yeah.
Okay. we'll have to do like a versus in that, because it's something new to me. Because I don't want to do red again, because we just did red and finished it. Our next streaming series is more than likely going to be. I think I have Heart Gold. So
that's what I really want to do next.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It'll be that generation. Because it's the same Tauros. It's the same style as this one. So I haven't gotten a randomizer or an emulator. Yeah, I haven't gotten an emulator yet that separates the top and lower screen. So I can't separate those screens to have them in different spots on the layout. So like as right now, as you guys see, we've got the Fire Red with the what's his face in it, Charizard. Jeez. Oh, with the Charizard in it, I've got the big screen to the left, and then our face camera like over in the top right hand corner. Now I can of course change out the layout a little bit here and there and add different Pokemon to it, do different things, but I can't separate and add a smaller screen for the bottom section of whatever the gameplay is. So we can I can find something for that, but I'd eventually like to find something where we can both be streaming at the same time.
Ideally.
But I don't know if that's even possible. So if anybody's out there and anybody has any idea about this kind of stuff, I've been doing a little bit of reading, but I don't even think it's possible in the way that I've been reading of it. Like, we have two computers, and I want to be able to put the screen image of two different computers. So like the main computer that we're playing on now is the nicer one, that's the larger one and whatnot. But I want to be able to play off of this one and mirror the other computer's image onto my playing screen of my computer, so that we can be playing them at the same time, and I can put those screens at the same time in our recording studio, so that we can play them both together at the same time, and I can have them set up on an actual full layout where we can be playing one camera and have two gameplays next to it, so we can both be playing a game at the same time, or we could be streaming like a versus together. That would be the best thing.
That'd be ideal.
I don't know if that's even possible. So, I mean, if you guys know of any tricks or anything like that for that, having essentially two PCs going at the same time, and then they're sharing a centralized screen that both of their gameplays can be on that one screen. I doubt that's even possible, but who knows?
Yeah, I think that's a thing within editing. I think
it's only I don't think that would be possible, but who knows? If I could have two computers share space on a screen, to where that screen could be recorded,
could be a possible thing
in OBS or whatnot. Could be possible. I doubt it is, but you never know.
Never know. There's crazier things out there.
It would be really cool if somebody could come out with some kind of like app or program or something that would allow two computers to work in tandem together on one screen. That would be kind of cool. But until then, we're stuck with doing... be careful. Until then, we're kind of stuck with doing the single screen action games. Like this game here, you see it only has the one screen or whatnot. So that's all we're going to be able to play as far as this for right now moving forward on streams. We're also able to do Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because those ones also play on one screen only. We can do Emerald, or that generation, Alpha, what is it? What's the name of those games?
What you talking about?
Sapphire and Ruby?
What are you talking about?
The names of Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. Those three generations.
Yeah.
Generation 3. We can play the Gen 3 games on there as well, but once it moves over to the DS games, like the ones we have, like Platinum, we're playing Diamond and Pearl and Platinum in our series, which it's all editing, so I can split the two screens up in our video editor or whatever. But the
sassy, no wonder.
What?
Sorry, this Magneton is like really good, and I was trying to figure out why. It's because it's a sassy nature, which is up in special defense. This thing can just calm minded twice. Die.
Die. But yeah. So we're trying to find, because I know Dylan and them, they have some kind of emulator that can split both of the screens. Now, the emulator I have I think it's the one that they've used before. I don't know. Now, there may be a setting in there where I can split both of the screens. Or it's very possible. Nice! That is power.
But we already have so many psychic types.
We only have Mew and Mewtwo. Which, we're not going to be using the Espeon, but, unless we just were to go through the Elite Four and completely get bodied and have to start over with another team, we could have the ability to have this guy. But yeah, I don't know of a way in my current emulator setup to allow the two screens to be split and recorded at the same time, where I could have them in their own layout. Now I know Vinny, Dylan, and Game Boy Luke are doing a series right now in X and Y, where it's still on the DS, but there's not a whole lot of information that goes on in that lower screen. So they've just cut it out of their editing. So sometimes you'll see them where they'll go off camera, or essentially where they'll be doing stuff off of their main screen, and nothing's going on the main screen or whatnot. But it's just they're picking an item or they're doing something like that off on the secondary screen, but it's not recorded or not seen in the recording at least.
Ooh, don't die.
So that's something to think about. So we can. I know they've used. They keep talking a lot about a universal randomizer, which might actually be a specific typing. So I'm trying to get onto that to figure out if that's an actual randomizer or if that's an actual thing that I can download a new app or whatnot.
Hey, yo, Peter, this is you, man.
Peter. Oh, Hutchkins?
Yeah.
They also talk about PK3.
PK Hex.
PK Hex 3 or whatever?
Yeah.
So I think that's either like a emulator or a randomizer of sorts as well that allows them to do different things. So our randomizer is very basic, so to speak. It randomizes the game and gives us the ability to have all random Pokemon. We can pick all the trainer names can be randomized or whatnot. We can randomize our starters. We can even pick what starters we want to have up front, which we always just leave it random or whatnot. But it gives us all those abilities, but it doesn't give us the things like all the major Pokemon battles have 6 Pokemon to fight. Or, you can do certain things in the randomizers that they use that's a little bit different than what we use. What's that right there?
But there's nothing there. It's like some of them have stuff and some of them
don't. But yeah, so their randomizers are a little bit more high tech than ours. So I want to be able to use those same randomizers and get, whatever we can out of them. Because I want to make it harder. Like, it'd be nice to go into like a gym fight or a gym leader and then have like 6 Pokemon per fight. It makes it harder, makes it more interesting. Of course, we do have a level booster on this game and any ones that we use in this randomizer, but I want to be able to take the randomizer to the next level.
Me too. And
we could do a complete randomizer, but I'm not good enough at the game to do that, so I'm going to have to kind of pause on that one. I've tried before, and it's hard to kind of guess because, like, Cliff, he's extremely good at those kind of randomizers right now, so he can, like, see what kind of attack he'll do to a Pokemon.
Can I catch this?
What is that?
This is static.
She gave it to you?
Well, what?
What happened?
What? Y'all, Raichu's like one of my favorite Pokemon.
What happened? What was it? I don't get it.
Like, Little Lost Steel said that this Pokemon was attacking her. And it was Raichu.
Oh. Okay, well, that's cool.
N-D-I-E. Sorry, go ahead.
Chibi. But yeah, I want to be able to get a better randomizer that opens up different possibilities and different kinds of things. Same with the emulators as well. But one of the things we're going to be trying to do up here in the next little while is we want to introduce like Twitch streaming to all of our people that we play with and everything. And we want to be able to rain dash slightly.
Rain dash.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
So I want to be able to. We want to be able to do streaming on Twitch and everything. Yeah. We need electric.
I've been training Magneton.
Well, get rid of Magneton.
Magneton's quad weak. Technically, it's got more weaknesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Does it have an item?
It does.
Take the magnet. Give it back to what's his face.
I know. Anyways.
So yeah. We wanted to start doing Twitch and be able to, make that available for us and hopefully drive more people to our YouTube channel from Twitch. So we want to start doing something in the center of the week as well. So we want to maybe try to stream on Wednesdays, like Wednesday night after work or whatnot, just to see if we can have something that's, has any merit to it, just to kind of test it out once a week. And then we might start something like that during the middle of the week and everything. I'm kind of losing my train of thought as I'm going through this.
Tired?
Yeah, I'm a little tired. It's getting kind of late. It's 8 o'clock now. Jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to open up new possibilities for us and get more things going and be able to, do a lot of things.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I know Isaac is itching for us to get on with our getting on.
We've been streaming for...
Here's what I'm gonna do, dudes. I am going to go back to one island. I'm going to take on the next gym. And probably off cam, what I'm gonna do. DC's working. Okay, great. Can I go back now? Hold on. Wait. Did I? What? What am I missing?
I don't know. You did all the biker thing, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyways, what I was going to say is once we get this figured out is what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some grinding off stream so I can get us ready for the E4.
Yeah. Because we want to go into it where it's not too easy, but
we want to be ready.
We want to be ready for it. So we want to make sure we have a good balanced team and that we have everything, the best of our abilities can get, to where we can make it through, but it not be too easy.
Yeah.
But as far as our streaming goes or whatnot, we want to try to open it up to do it on Twitch and then be able to save the videos and upload on the weekends. Like we could stream, we're going to try to start streaming a little bit earlier in the day on Saturday, maybe. I don't know.
Just because like today we didn't anticipate for streaming for so long.
Well, we usually stream around this time, which is usually around like 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and we'll stream for like an hour or two, and then the video would just get uploaded right afterwards. There's no editing to do to it or anything like that because it's just the live video. We just post those up. Now we could do something to where when we stream on Twitch, we'd have to take the video, kind of edit, cut, do some stuff to it, and then post it up on YouTube. But it requires doing a little bit of editing to it, which is not a huge deal. Is that our encounter?
No.
Or is that you fighting somebody?
I'm fighting somebody. I wish it was our encounter.
But yeah. So we could definitely try to do something like that to where we get everything kind of moving on like an actual Twitch stream, because I really think that if we were able to like stream Twitch multiple times a week and then post those videos on YouTube, that we could drive more people to our YouTube channel and get a bigger community. Because I mean that's technically how Cliff worked, and Cliff did everything
And that's the ultimate goal, you know, like to be able to have a diverse community to where we can stream on multiple platforms and we can introduce, you know, several different people to our content and to our channel. That's the end all. It's to be able, honestly, like to be able to actually have some kind of financial stability from doing this.
Okay, so before we get into the next gym, do you want to stop it here? And then you can do the first gym and then make it all the way through the Elite Four, or I can do that or whatever.
What I was going to say is I could go ahead and nail out this gym right here, and then I can do all of the training. Like, I can get to the main... I'll go get that encounter at the Elite Four, because, you know, you get that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, like, I'll do the training off stream. So we'll literally be prepared to just, like, chunk through the Elite Four.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
We've been streaming for 2 hours, so I want to stop.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just the longer the video is or whatnot, the more time we'll be here. It's already 8 o'clock.
That's true. Well, thank you guys. We're going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys.
She'll pick it back up first thing when we get back on stream tomorrow.
And honestly, I'm probably going to sit here and grind up Chibi. Just to get him like on par with the rest of the team because I have a feeling he's going to be a consistent member.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go ahead and grind him up now, then you can. So
that's what I was saying. Like I might go ahead and hit like my own grinding thing, like outside of doing the gym.
Yeah, okay, that works for me. And then tomorrow you can pick back up and do the Victory Road. Then I can do the first. Like we'll switch back and forth on the E4s.
Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out to hang out with us and everything. It's been a blast today. We definitely had a lot of viewers come by and watch and stay and hang out. It looked like it was getting pretty good there. Yeah, let us know if you guys want to see more of this content, or if you guys have any ideas, comment down below.
Or if you want to see us on Twitch, like
because we're definitely gonna do Twitch.
We're making that move.
We're gonna branch out to it because we definitely feel like it's the right move to do, and we want to get more people on our channel and get more people in our community. So I feel like that's gonna be the best option for us to do. So. As always, guys, if you enjoyed everything, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It's free to do, and it helps us out.
Helps us out a ton.
Yeah, so if we really want to get that subscriber count up to 100.
We're so close.
As soon as we get to 100 subscribers, we'll probably do our first sleep lock.
Yes.
And we'll do like whichever game we can. We'll pick one and get it on stream, and we'll stream the entire game until we can't move or talk anymore. Just to see what's going on.
And then just go sleep for a long time.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for coming out and staying with us for this time. And we will see you guys next time or tomorrow. Peace. And just hit end screen. End. Nice.